Imagine, like, finding a smartphone that takes flawless photos, has endless battery life, and costs less than your monthly grocery bill.
Right, the ultimate sweet spot.
Exactly. That elusive sweet spot of utility and actual affordability is, well, it's exactly what the auto industry has been completely failing to build.
Oh, absolutely.
Until now, anyway. Today, we're doing a deep dive into a stack of recent automotive reports detailing a pretty ruthless strategy by Stellantis. They are reviving the iconic Citroen 2CV as a fully electric vehicle in 2028.
Yeah, and they're aiming for an incredibly aggressive target price of just 15,000 euros.
Which is wild.
It is a fascinating pivot. I mean, the 15,000 euro mark is practically a mythical number in the EV space right
Oh,
now.
for sure. Everyone promises it.
Right. Everyone promises it, but nobody can actually deliver it without taking massive losses. But Stellantis is betting they can pull it off through this strict philosophy of simplicity by design.
Yeah, and when you look at the specs in these documents, that simplicity is brutal. I mean, it's under 4 meters long, seats exactly 4 people, and get this, rolls on basic steel wheels.
Yeah.
They're even reverting to traditional manual door handles instead of those, electronic flush ones you see on every modern EV.
Which is actually a perfect example of how they're cutting costs right at the source.
How so?
Well, by dropping the flush electronic handles, they aren't just swapping out a piece of plastic. They are entirely eliminating the microchips, the internal wiring harnesses.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and all the expensive assembly time that goes with them. It's essentially a deleted supply chain. But what makes this brilliant is how they are cloaking that extreme frugality and heritage.
Right, leaning into the sympathy effect of the original 1948 Duchevaux.
Exactly. You see it in the rounded silhouette and those resting LED headlights that mimic the old protruding lamps.
And that massive canvas sunroof. But, I have to be cynical here for a second.
Go ahead.
I see the round headlights, but is a piece of fabric really a romantic nod to the 1948 model?
Wow.
Because to me, a canvas flap seems like a very convenient way to just avoid paying for those heavy, incredibly expensive panoramic glass roofs everyone else is forcing into EVs.
I mean, you're not wrong. Citroen's genius here isn't just engineering, it's psychology.
Okay.
They are absolutely using canvas to dodge the cost and weight of complex glass and steel.
Right.
But by framing a massive cost-saving matter as this fun, nostalgic feature, they trick the brain. They take features that usually scream cheap budget car and use nostalgia to make them feel like, premium, quirky design choices.
That makes total sense. But a canvas roof saves a few €100. To drop the price tag by thousands, you can't just change the roof.
No, you have to change the entire skeleton of the car.
Exactly. And the strategy document shows they are debuting a new e-car platform specifically to do just that.
Right, this platform is tailored for vehicles under 4 meters, and the real secret weapon underneath it is the battery.
Okay, let's talk about that.
So they are utilizing lithium iron phosphate or LFP chemistry.
Which, reading through this, caps out a pretty modest 250-kilometer range.
Yeah.
For a market totally obsessed with 500-kilometer ranges and luxury tech, that feels like a massive gamble.
It is, but it's a highly calculated one. See, unlike standard EV batteries, LFP chemistry doesn't require expensive, volatile metals like cobalt or nickel.
Gotcha.
That immediately slashes production costs, and by intentionally capping the range at 250 kilometers, Citroen actively prevents over-engineering.
Which keeps the battery small.
Exactly. Keeping the battery small keeps the overall vehicle weight low, and that perfectly aligns the car with the M1E European regulatory category.
Oh, the tax break thing?
Right. Hitting that specific low-weight, low-footprint classification unlocks aggressive regional tax breaks and subsidies.
Dropping the total cost of ownership even lower for the buyer.
Precisely.
It feels a lot like the IKEA business model.
How do you mean?
Well, the design and the brand trust are entirely European, which gets you in the door. But the actual flat pack materials are globally sourced to ruthlessly suppress the price. Because they're building this car in Pomigliano d'Arco, Italy,
Yeah.
preserving European manufacturing, right?
Exactly. The assembly is localized, giving it that made-in-Europe identity.
Right.
But the raw ingredients, the battery tech and platform components, those are sourced through partnerships with Chinese entities like Leapmotor and Dongfeng.
Wow. So a European shell powered by global economies of scale.
Spot on.
For you listening, this matters because high acquisition costs remain the single biggest barrier to EV adoption.
Absolutely.
Stellantis is betting that consumers are finally ready to trade range anxiety for serious financial relief. And we'll get our first real look at this gamble when the concept is revealed at the Paris Motor Show in October 2026.
Yeah, that reveal will be the ultimate litmus test. We'll see if they can truly balance that vintage charm with strict frugality before the 2028 production launch.
Which leaves us with a pretty provocative question.
What's that?
Well, if buyers actually flock to a simplified 250-kilometer range car over a high-tech luxury EV, will it force the rest of the auto industry to finally stop over-engineering our vehicles?
That is the billion-dollar question.
It really is. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive.
Glad to be here.
Hopefully, the next time you're shopping for a car, it feels a little more like finding that perfect no-nonsense smartphone.